Yaroslav II, Christian name Theodor, was the Grand Prince of Vladimir who helped to restore his country and capital after the Mongol invasion of Russia. Prince of Pereyaslav, Yaroslav was the fourth son of Vsevolod the Bignest and Maria Ivanovna. In 1200, he was sent by his father to rule the town of Pereyaslav near the Kaifshik steppes. 6 years later, he was summoned by Halichian boyars to rule the city but could not effectively claim the throne. Thereupon he was sent to take Ryazan, but the stubborn opposition of the inhabitants led to the city being burned. In 1209, Vsevolod sent Yaroslav to oppose Mstislav the Bold in Novgorod. After several battles, the two princes made peace, whereby Yaroslav married Mstislav's daughter. Upon his deathbed, Vsevolod the Bignest bequeathed to him Pereslav Zaleski. In the conflict between his elder brothers Constantine and Yuri, Yaroslav supported the latter. In 1215, he accepted the offer of the Novgorodians to become the prince, but, desiring revenge for the former treachery, captured Torzhok and blocked its supplies of grain to Novgorod. Several months later, he was defeated by his father-in-law on the Lipitsa River and had to retreat to Pereslavl. A helmet that he lost during the battle would be retrieved by archaeologists in 1808. Prince of Novgorod and Kiev. In 1222, Yaroslav, finally enthroned in Novgorod, overran all of Estonia and besieged its capital Kolyvan. 4 years later, he devastated Finland and baptized Karelia. His next ambition was to subjugate Pskov, but the Novgorodians refused to make war against its neighbor. Yaroslav departed in anger and seized the Novgorodian enclave of Voloklamsk. In 1234, he returned to Novgorod and several years later defeated its chief enemies, Lithuanians and Teutonic Knights. In 1236, he followed Danilo of Halic's advice and moved from Novgorod to Kiev, leaving his son Alexander as his representative in the north. Prince of Vladimir. In 1238, when the Mongols first invaded Kiev and Rus and his elder brother Yuri was killed in battle, Yaroslav left Kiev for Vladimir, where he was crowned Grand Prince. Yaroslav attempted to restore the cities of Vladimir Suzdal after the Mongol ravages and fires. In 1243, he was summoned by Batu Khan to his capital Sarai. After a lengthy conference, he returned to Vladimir with honors. 2 years later, he was again summoned to the east, this time by Guluk Khan in Karakoram. There he was poisoned by the Great Khan's mother Torajin and died a week after he had been allowed to return home. Marriages and children. Yaroslav married his first wife c. 1205. She was a daughter of Yuri Kondakovich Khan of the Cumans. Her people belonged to the Kipchaks, a confederation of pastoralists and warriors of Turkic origin. In 1214, Yaroslav married his second wife Rostislava Mstislavna. She was a daughter of Mstislav the Bold and another Cuman princess. Her maternal grandfather was Koshin Khan. They were divorced in 1216. In 1218, Yaroslav married his third wife Fedsia Igorovna of Ryazan. She was a daughter of Igor Glebovich and Agrafena of Kiev. Her father was the second son of Gleb Rostislavich, Prince of Ryazan and Euphrosyne of Pereyaslavl. Her mother was a daughter of Rostislav I of Kiev. They had at least 12 children. Theodor Yaroslavich, betrothed to Euphrosyne Mikhailovna of Chernigov. She was a daughter of Michael of Chernigov and Maria Romanovna of Galicia and Volhynia. Theodor died the day before his marriage date. Alexander Nevsky, Andrei II of Vladimir, Mikhail Korobry, Prince of Moscow, took control of Vladimir and proclaimed himself its prince in 1248. Killed while facing a Lithuanian invasion. Daniel Yaroslavich, Yaroslav of Tver. Constantine Yaroslavich, Prince of Gallic and Dimitrov, Maria Yaroslavna, the Vasily of Kostroma, Afanazy Yaroslavich, Eudoxia Yaroslavna, Ilyana Yaroslavna.